Warning for all the virgin ears out there. If you can't take words like fuck, shit, damn it, nigga, especially nigga, and like ooh, nigga, then you best leave this goddamn channel right now. Heed my words. Heed my words. You will hear a lot of it if you continue from here. Have a blessed day.
What up, y'all? What up? It's podcast time. Time to talk about some things. A lot of things have been going down. A lot of things have happened. We gonna kick this one off, man, with Avengers Endgame. I saw it on Thursday. And please excuse my voice. I am currently under the weather. Not feeling the best, but I'm going to muster up the rest of my energy to give you guys the most entertaining podcast I possibly can. So please bear with me. Y'all, Avengers Endgame finally dropped. And it's about to fucking do numbers. They're predicting at least, $1 billion first weekend. And I think it's damn close as of right now, as we are speaking. I checked it out Thursday, man. I found a theater, man, that was actually selling tickets. And it was actually a very empty theater. It was a very intimate showing of this movie, man. I'm gonna say roughly 30 people tops in the theater. That could probably fit around 150. Oh yeah, it was very nice. Front row and fucking middle seats, right in the front. Not really exactly in the front, but like we had, seats in the perfect spot in the middle. Man, we was ready. I was ready. Man, I took my girlfriend. She finally got off work right on time, man. Got our seats. We were ready to go, man. We checked this motherfucking movie out, y'all. And boy, I'm going to let y'all know right now. Spoilers are going to happen. I am going to talk about this movie in its entirety, okay? Because the only way I can honestly give you guys a very fair review and in my actual thoughts on the movie, I gotta spoil some shit. This movie I think it was actually brilliantly put out. As far as the trailers are concerned, they did not give out anything in the trailers, man. You know nothing about what goes on in this movie if you only watch the trailers. You have no clue. Zero clue. They did a great job. I think movies should do that a lot more often. Stop giving away the whole fucking plot in the damn trailers, man. Gives us no reason to actually watch the fucking movie. Let us come up with our own theory of what we think is going to happen in any movie. That's stupid as fuck. Stop giving me the plot. That's dumb. So stop that shit. Some of the best movies I've seen, man, were the ones that didn't give away a whole shit ton in the trailers. Let me look forward to something. You know what I'm saying? And I think they did a great job at that. First things first. For sure. So, hey, spoilers are coming. This is your chance. I got times on the video, man, in the description where you could start another section. But I'll say this before you change over. This movie is fantastic. Okay? It is a 10 out of 10. I have little to no gripes about this movie. This movie was an absolute roller coaster ride of emotions, and I fucking loved every moment of it. It was absolutely fantastic. I came close to shedding thug tears. Absolutely. Almost did, man. But the reason why I couldn't is because I was on such an adrenaline rush throughout this movie, y'all, that I couldn't even do it. I was just too much on a high, man, on an adrenaline kick, if you will. The shit was fantastic, y'all. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't hear me, man. I'm letting y'all know now. Spoilers are coming. This is the time, okay? Skip ahead. You know how I feel about it. Because we're going to get right into it right now. Here it is. 3, 2, 1. Spoiler time. The movie opens up, of course, with Hawkeye and his family. Of course, this is pre-snap. Okay? Whole family gets snapped, y'all, and I'm in my motherfucking seat. You hear me? I'm in my seat. Up and ready and at attention. I said, oh, shit. Hawkeye just went through it. Lost his whole entire family in a barbecue. Teaching his daughter how to shoot an arrow. She gone now. Wife gone now. Kids gone now. I said, damn. That's how we starting this? Fucking intro scene, intro title screen ain't showed up yet. Okay? No, I'm talking about no studio, nothing is shown. I mean, it got straight into it. Now I'm hyped. Okay, I'm hyped as shit. And then, of course, it kicks off right after Captain Marvel. If you haven't watched Captain Marvel, in the end credit scenes, of course, Captain Marvel pulls up. She's there. They're talking about what they're gonna do with this nigga Thanos. Okay, they find out Thanos is on a fucking planet. They pull up on this nigga Thanos. You hear me? They pull up on this nigga Thanos with nothing but problems, threats for this nigga. You hear me? Captain Marvel fucking scopes out the planet, finds him. It's only him on the planet, man, picking some weird ass fruit and some shit. The nigga got a limp for some reason. I don't know why, but he had a limp. And he had a basket full of this weird ass fruit, about to probably make him a meal or some shit. Captain Marvel comes through, heams this nigga up. Everybody in the room now. Okay? We got Captain America. Everybody is in the motherfucking room. Thor is in the room with Stormbreaker. Everybody in this bitch. You hear me? Thor tells him, hey, yo, the Infinity Stone's gone. I destroyed them shits. I fulfilled my purpose. That's a wrap, baby. It's over. It is what it is. You're going to have to go ahead and accept it. I'm thinking, nah, nigga. He got the reality stone fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? This is a trap. Gotta be a trap, right? Wrong. Thor hops this nigga head off. Okay? I'm talking about clean off. Thor wasn't playing. He said, yeah, I aim for the head this time. Thor takes out Thanos. They put up on the screen 5 years later. I said, oh my God. He really destroyed the fucking Infinity Stones. Well, goddamn. Oh my God. And yes, they put it on the screen in bold letters. 5 years later. That's how I fucking list. That's how I read the text on the screen, man. Because that's how they presented it. I was like, yo, this is out of hand. We got Captain America and these AA meetings. It look like, man, people try to cope with the situation. Try to cope with, half the population being gone. The place looks like it's in ruin. It looks like we just literally went through the fucking apocalypse. It was crazy. Now, if you saw Ant-Man and Wasp, you know that Ant-Man got stuck in the quantum realm. Well, all some fluke shit. Rat touches some buttons on the machine, releasing Ant-Man. What looks like it was in some type of storage unit of some sort. So now Ant-Man's free, and he, of course, stumbles upon the Avengers. He finds out his daughter's alive and grown as fuck, and yeah. So we're there. We're there now. Okay. Moving a little bit forward, Ant-Man brings the idea to the Avengers that maybe there's a possibility that we can go ahead and time travel through the quantum realm. Tony wasn't having it, okay? Honestly, Tony from jump was going through it, okay? Because Tony was supposed to die in space with Nebula. Didn't happen because Captain Marvel fucking swooped my nigga up from outer space, brought him back to headquarters, okay? And Tony wasn't having it. Of course, also when they went to the planet where was, Tony didn't go because Tony was tripping. Okay, he was mad. He was disappointed in everything, in the whole situation. Okay, he felt like he was lied to because we lost, we failed. Thanos took it all. We all fucking failed. The fuck. So he ended up hurting himself, taking out his core and shit. And now he can't move. He's done. So, of course, moving forward from that, this is 5 years later. He got a child now. He has a daughter. They present this idea to him. And Tony's like, niggas, y'all niggas sick, basically. What the fuck? Time travel? Bitch, I'm a genius. I know that shit's highly unlikely. Fuck out of here, basically. Yeah, well, y'all, on some fluke shit, he's having some dialogue with his daughter, and it's very sweet. It's very heartfelt. Love you 3000, all that shit. I loved it. Beautiful. He said, you know what? Fuck it. Let me go ahead and let me try this shit out. Gets his computer, tries out the theory. Holy shit, it works. He figures it out. He figured out time travel on a fluke. It was incredible. Just like a genius should. Just found out about time travel, matter of factly. I was like, yeah, I'm fucking with this. Okay, because this nigga's Tony Stark. Fuck it. Like I said, I have no nitpicks about this shit. These niggas, they're superheroes, okay? They're superheroes. We have a fucking raccoon that talks and is funny as all fuck. And you're telling me y'all niggas getting skeptical after time travel? Nah, nigga, not me. Not me. Hell nah. I'm with it. Okay. Time travel. So what's next? They basically said fuck the time-space continuum, all that shit. If they go back in time, they could, of course, run into their old selves and all that shit. Nothing's going to really fuck up, any type of time split. Unless, and I'm jumping forward here, because we find out later when the Hulk runs into, what's the name? The Hulk pulls up on the Ancient One back in time, back in the past. And she told him that if, in fact, you don't bring back the Soul Stones or the Time Stone or all the stones back to the original time, it'll fuck up time, okay? And it'll bring different splits into time and shit. So it'll basically fuck up time itself, okay? So after they, actually I'm jumping ahead of myself, but like what I'm saying is this. They want to go back in time, retrieve the stones before Thanos ever got the stones, okay? That was the plan. Once Tony Stark found out about time travel, all right? Or once, what Ant-Man was trying to do was, hey, yeah, let's go back in the time before, Thanos even got the stones, and then we can fucking use the stones somehow, you know what I'm saying, to reverse this whole debacle. And the Hulk ran into the Ancient One back in the time, right? When she was holding the Time Stone, and it wasn't, Doctor Strange, gave it to the Hulk and told him, you got to bring this shit back, because if you don't, it'll fuck up time. Okay, and basically, once the Hulk told the Ancient One that, Doctor Strange ended up giving the Time Stone to Thanos, she said, fuck, you know what? Have this stone, this will change everything, but bring it back to me, motherfucker, at this time. Cool. That's what they did. And that's what the plan was. So they went back in the time, man. They went to the 70s. Fucking Stan Lee had his last cameo. It was sad. But, hey, man, that's a great send-off for my man. May he rest in peace, for sure. They went back into the time to 2012, when the first Avengers happened, to get the Tesseract and shit. And there's one thing that I do have a question. Because Loki, back when they were trying to, get the fucking, the Tesseract and shit, Loki ended up getting the Tesseract because they kind of fucked up, Loki ends up getting the Tesseract and warping out of there, okay? So that might change something in the past, maybe. It might change a lot, but, we'll see. But, still, he ended up getting the Tesseract, but they had to, of course, find out a different way of getting the Tesseract now, which was going back into the 70s, and that may have, erased Loki ever getting the Tesseract altogether. You know what I'm saying? Because they got it way back in the 70s instead of in 2012. So that could actually clean up everything as far as time is concerned. But we'll see. Or it may not. I don't know. But I don't know. But it's just, a small question that I do have. Just a small one. So, of course, eventually they end up getting all the Soul Stones. All the Infinity Stones. My man Ronan now and Black Widow ended up having to get the Soul Stone. And, of course, in order to get the Soul Stone, someone got to die. Someone has to be sacrificed. And, of course, they fought for the right to be sacrificed because, hey, man, it's got to be me, Ronan says. Nah, it's got to be me, Black Widow. I ain't got no family. You got family and shit. So, of course, Black Widow ended up dying. That fucked me up a little bit, because I fuck with Black Widow, man. She's one of my favorite characters. Not to mention, they are going to have a Black Widow movie coming out in Phase 4. So it's got to have to be, of course, a prequel is what I'm thinking, which is, I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. But it's still R.I.P. Black Widow, man. R.I.P. I'm okay with the decision that they made, too, because, it did pull at my heartstrings a little bit. Didn't cry, though. Didn't cry because I was so invested in what was going on. I was still thinking, like, okay, this is making sense. I'm fucking with this. But, in the process of them trying to find all the stones, past Nebula, catches wind, or past Nebula's networks crossed with future Nebula's network, and it ended up snitching on themselves, basically. Nebula, or what's the name? Past Nebula ended up getting some type of feed from future Nebula, and of course, Thanos sees it, and of course, it's them, explaining what the hell they're going to do in order to get all the in order to get all the Infinity Stones back. So now they know, or Thanos knows, past Thanos knows their fucking plan. So, oh my God. In order for Thanos to, of course, stop this plan from happening, they got to go to the future somehow. So Nebula, of course, fixes that by switching herself with, with past Nebula, switching herself with future Nebula and going to the future. Okay, and finding out, of course, it's much more than that, because of course how they go in and out was, with the suits, with the what are those things called? The little things that allow them to go back and forth in the future. She of course obtained that from future Nebula, all that shit. She ends up being in present time, and of course wreaking havoc the way she know how, because she loves at this point. So she does anything and everything for Thanos. That's past Nebula. So with that being said, they ended up getting all the stones, but now they got past Nebula in the picture, and they don't know it yet. Tony Stark made a fucking gauntlet of his own. Of course, he can't wield it because he'll die. He's a human. They ended up giving the fucking, the glove to Hulk, because he's the only one that's able to withstand all that, all that power. So, he gets the fucking stones. He gets the gauntlet. He snaps everybody. He snaps, and we don't know what the fuck happens immediately, because it's not like we could see everybody come back or whatever the fuck. But he does snap. He fucks his arm up in the process. And right when he snaps, bruh, Nebula, of course, was fucking with the fucking, the machine. Found a way to bring past Thanos to the future. And now, past Thanos is now in the present time, nigga. And he pulls up on the entire headquarters. Fucking the entire headquarters all the way up. I'm talking about leveling it with his ship. Just leveling this motherfucker. Okay? Ronan ends up getting the gauntlet somehow and getting swifty with it, getting real loose with it. Of course, he's getting chased by all kinds of niggas, all kinds of Thanos niggas and shit. Tells Nebula, "Hey yo, go retrieve me my the gauntlet with the stones and shit." And he's just gonna wait in all the rubble, and that's exactly what he did. Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. Oh, mind you, oh my God, I forgot to tell you, because they went to Asgard to get the Reality Stone. And when they went to Asgard, which was Rocket Raccoon and Thor, went to Asgard to get the Reality Stone, fucking Thor talked to his mama, because Thor going through some shit. Thor's fat man right now. He's fat. He's going through anxiety. He feels defeated because of what Thor did. You know what I'm saying? Well, not Thor. Because of what Thanos did to him. Okay? It fucked him up in the head. But he's fat. And he went to go talk to his mama in the past, who died, of course. Talked to mama, got himself right. And on top of that, called for Mjolnir. And now he has Stormbreaker and Mjolnir in his possession. My dick got so erect. You don't understand. You don't get it. This is fire at this point in time. I'm hyped. See, so much shit happened, man. So I'm going to be going back and forth. So just bear with me, okay? When it comes to me, it's going to come to me. But yeah. Yeah, man. So fucking, now we're on the past. The fucking headquarters is leveled because past Thanos is now in the future. And he's not fucking playing. And now, they fucking pull up on Thanos. Fucking Stormbreaker, Mjolnir in hand, shields in hand, suits and fucking on body, ready to go, right? They fucking emerge out the rubble. There's a little bit of chaos going on because, Ronan got the fucking gauntlet trying to get out of there. And, yeah. And he doesn't know that Nebula is of course, past Nebula. Future Nebula talked to past Gamora as well, because she's, of course, alive in the past. She hasn't been sacrificed yet. So now she's also in the fucking present time. But she has spoke to, Future Nebula, and told her all what has happened beforehand and what Thanos had to do in order to get the stone. And So since she's been listening to that, you know, she's like, okay, well, that's some fucked up shit. This nigga gonna kill me. Man, fuck this nigga, basically. So she's kind of now, you know, not even on the fence. She's kind of, you know, off Thanos on some real shit. But they end up running into Nebula and shit. And, of course, past Nebula gets smacked because, you know, she's past Nebula and she's, you know, stubborn. It took a long time for Nebula to come around anyway. So they end up smacking Nebula. They end up getting the fucking the stones back and shit. And they was good for a moment there. Just for a moment. So this is where things just get way out of hand. Just, oh, this last hour of this movie, y'all, this last hour of this motherfucking movie is the reason why I am going to tell y'all right now, this is the best superhero movie I have ever seen in my life, bar fucking none. I'm talking about this movie. This movie is going to be up there with The Dark Knight, with Spider-Man 2, with Jesus. Oh my God, I'm talking about any incredible superhero movie you've ever seen, like Superman, back in the day, Superman, bruh. This is the best superhero movie I have ever seen in my fucking life. Coming from a person who is a Marvel fan, okay, who has dibbled and dabbled in reading some of the comics and just has always been interested in knowing what happens in this universe, this shit here was done damn near perfectly. Okay, I'm talking about, we're seeing the pull-uppery, the battle scene in this shit, the last battle scene in this shit was so satisfying, so invigorating, so exciting that by the end of it, my heart was still pumping. I'm sweating. I've been screaming. The whole theater, about 30 people, everybody is screaming. Everybody is yelling. Everybody is having a ball, y'all. A ball. Of course, Iron Man, fucking dual-wielding Thor, and fucking Captain America, they pull up on fucking Thanos. Thanos tells him, hey, yo, well, since I do actually succeed, and it still doesn't do anything at all, you know, y'all still don't accept the fact that I won, I guess I'm just going to have to go ahead and wipe out this entire universe and make a new one in its place. So, basically, at this point, this is, mind you, this is not just regular Thanos. This is prime Thanos, okay? This is, and my boy Brian said it best, this is 92 Jordan Thanos, okay? This nigga got hands. You hear me? He has a double-sided sword of some sort, and he is going to fucking work on motherfuckers. You hear me? To work. He takes all three of these motherfuckers like they wasn't shit. I'm talking about dual-wielding Thor with Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, fucking Captain America, and then Iron Man at the same damn time. But bruh, not before one of the greatest scenes I've seen in any Marvel movie happens. And you know what I'm talking about. For those who've seen this motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about. Oh my God, y'all. Thor ends up losing Mjolnir in the fight, right? In the scuffle. Okay. Gets knocked somewhere. And right before he's about to call Mjolnir back, and of course he's still in the midst of a scuffle with Thanos, he calls Mjolnir, but Mjolnir doesn't come to him. Instead, Mjolnir ends up in Captain America's hand, y'all. In his hand, y'all. Y'all don't understand, bro. Captain America ended up with Mjolnir in his fucking hands, y'all. Do you hear me? Nigga, at this point in time in the movie, y'all, I'm sold. I'm 100% sold, and I haven't been so sure of something in my life. And I said, you know what? This movie is a 10. It will always be a 10 to me. Period. It's a 10. It's a fucking 10. It's a goddamn 10, yo. This shit stuck the landing so well, in my opinion, yo. In my opinion. Stuck the landing. Okay? And mind you, I'm talking about this movie 3 days after the fact. I still get excited about this movie. And I'm no cap necessary. This shit is the real fucking deal. Okay? The real fucking deal. Captain America starts going crazy on fucking Thanos with the Mjolnir, bro, in his hand. Of course, Thor says, I do it. As if, he was, of course, always worthy of wielding Mjolnir. I fucking love that scene, 100%. But, of course, even with that being said, Thanos was still able to get the upper hand. Niggas got smacked, got thrown around. And right when it looked like it was hopeless. All hopeless. There's no more hope. Zero hope. And Captain America is looking at Thanos and his entire fucking army behind him. We see a portal open up that Doctor Strange normally summons. And I'm like, oh, here we motherfucking go, y'all. Y'all. Who emerges from the portal? None other than T'Challa, Shuri, and Okoye. Y'all fucking serious? Are you serious? What? Clutch like this? You see, at this point in time, it was a fucking event. Because niggas is now just, we screaming. Everybody's screaming. Everybody's hollering. Not a quiet person in the house, y'all. 30 people. I mean, I'm like, oh, let's go. Let's go. Not only did they emerge from the fucking portal. Ali, I know, bro. I know, boo-boo. I'm talking about this movie. Yes. Not only did T'Challa and them emerge from this portal, but all of Wakanda, all of Doctor Strange's people from his neck of the woods come out. Fucking even Iron Man's wife emerged with a suit on, y'all. Everybody came out of the woodwork. You hear me? Out of the cuts. Everybody ready to fuck some shit all the way up. Valkyrie even came out of the cuts with a fucking Pegasus. Nigga, this shit was out of hand. Me even explaining it does not do it justice. You have to see it for yourself. And for the ones that have seen it for themselves, you know what I'm talking about. You can't, if you did not feel a thing in that scene, you have no soul. Zero soul. Your heart is gone. There's no way you couldn't find any type of enjoyment out of this scene right here. This movie does a great job at wrapping everything up. This felt like the climax of 11 years, okay? An 11-year story finally coming to conclusion. It was fantastic. You hear me? The fight was insane. The females got they fucking moment, bro. Oh my god. Everybody got their moment in this fight, bro. In this massive battle. The only way I could truly explain this battle was one of the most epic battles I've seen since Return of the King. And it's shorter than the Return of the King's battle, but it's still on the same scale of epic. Truly epic, y'all. I mean, damn, nigga. This shit, oh, man. So they thump, okay? Because that's the best way I can honestly describe it. They thump. They get it all the way in, you hear me? When it was looking kind of fucked up too, I mean, Spider-Man's back. Everybody back. He got his insta-kill fucking Spidey suit cracking. It was insane. He had the fucking gauntlet in his head. It was insane. When it started looking a little rough, in comes Captain Marvel. Destroys Thanos' ship. As if it was nothing. Destroys it. Still, Thanos is still prime Thanos. And he is still getting buckets. They're struggling for the fucking gauntlet. And Captain Marvel, this is when I knew it was real. Because Captain Marvel was teeing off on this nigga Thanos, right? Thanos started hitting this bitch in the face, right? Thanos started hitting Captain Marvel in the face, okay? And while he was hitting in the face, it wasn't doing nothing. Captain Marvel was looking in Dennis' face like, is that it? Y'all, Captain Marvel didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming. But Thanos takes the Power Stone out of the gauntlet and gives her the Power Stone fucking fist that she was not. That I can't even. He takes the Power Stone and hits Captain Marvel, launching her shit somewhere else. I was like, yo, what? What? That's when I knew this Thanos wasn't no joke. Wasn't no joke. This is why they had to have Thanos come in when he did, because he would have been so OP without everybody on board here. It was just, oh. So now we think, oh God, Thanos has the Infinity Gauntlet again. He's about to do it again, y'all. And well, Iron Man sees that, what he's got to do. And Doctor Strange told him that he saw all these outcomes. And there was only 2 outcomes where they came up on top. And he said, you know what? If I told you how it ended, it would change everything. So he didn't tell him, but he knew. Doctor Strange knew what had to be done. And Iron Man also knew what had to be done. So, of course, Iron Man pulls up on Thanos one last time. Struggles to get that glove out of his hand. He fails, it looks like. And then Thanos, of course, snaps. Oh, but nothing happens. Why? Because all the stones are out of the gauntlet. And Tony got a now makeshift gauntlet as a part of his suit. Or I guess he aligns the fucking stones up as his own little gauntlet on his suit. Summoning the power. Snapping himself and wiping out not only Thanos, but his entire army and his entire existence. Mind you, that's too much power for any human to withstand. Therefore, Tony Stark at this point in time is done for. And it was a very sad moment, but I couldn't cry. I was feeling it. I was feeling the emotion, but I was still on such an adrenaline rush that I couldn't even muster up the tears. I was just sitting there in awe, like, wow. It finally, they did it. And damn, Tony about to go, bro. And I thought to myself, like, damn, I remember the first time I watched Iron Man in the theater and saw Nick Fury in the end credit scene. And I was like, bruh, this is about to be epic. This is about to be an epic run. Or probably the most epic run I've ever seen in my life. And I was right. I'm pretty sure everybody thought the same thing, and we were all right. He says right before he snaps, I am Iron Man. I'm thinking, shit, that's awesome. That shit was so fucking fire, man. That shit was so fire. I was blown away. I was truly blown away by this movie. I thought this movie was, oh my God, hold on. Excuse me. Oh, shit. My God. I was blown away by this movie, man. Because I feel like they did everything right. I feel like not only did they stay as true as they could to the source material, but also changing up things a little bit, because there's, of course, many other ways that they could have, done this story. And many other ways that it could have, been executed, because it's been executed in shows and TV shows and in comic books and stuff. And I believe that this cinematic universe separates itself just enough from the comic books, in order to stand alone as its own universe, really. And at that moment, man, I was like, yo, this really is the real deal. This is the real fucking deal. Of course, everybody kind of says their goodbyes, and they have the funeral for Tony, and they show all the people that Tony Stark has came in contact with or influenced in some way, and it was just fantastic. A lot of people are saying that Robert Downey Jr. should get an Oscar for it. I wouldn't mind seeing that, to be honest with you. I really wouldn't mind it. He did a great job. Acting wise, it was fine. It was actually really good, to be honest with you. It was really good. I feel like most of these heroes in this movie were brought down to a very human level. You felt like they've been through something. So that they actually have emotion, and they're not always, noble and I'm Captain America. Nothing can faze me because I'm Captain America, or I'm Iron Man. I'm cocky, and that's how I am for the rest of the time that you're going to be watching this movie. No, these motherfuckers been going through some shit. It was they brought these heroes to a very human level. And I think that it was executed very well by the actors in this. I think it was very well done in that regard. Very well good. I was convinced, for sure, that these heroes have been going through some shit, Definitely been going through some shit. I like the fact that Hulk has mastered his form, if you will. And he finally figured out how to, exist with, the atoms, with his condition, And now he's walking around in Hulk form all the time, talking regularly. And it's still hella smart and shit. It's dope. It's very dope. I like how they played on that when they went back to 2012, and it was hella funny. He was, of course, Hulk smashing, throwing shit. It was hilarious. It was great. He understood. It was very conscious. The movie was very conscious of itself. It knew what it was, and it executed itself perfectly. I think everybody involved did a great job at putting this motherfucker together. I felt like the CG in the movie was fine. I didn't really feel like there was a moment in the movie where the CG was a little wonky. I didn't see that. Maybe if I see it another, couple more times, maybe I might catch something. But as of my first watch of this movie and having it marinate for a couple of days, I just do not remember being brought back by the CG in any way. Man, quite honestly, all in all, man, like I said, I don't really have that many nitpicks about this movie. I feel like they stuck the landing on this bitch, man. They really stuck the landing on this movie. And I'd definitely go see it again. I see it a couple more times, to be honest with you. This shit was so good. So good. So good. I ain't even got to the end of the movie yet. At the end of the movie, Captain America steps up and goes ahead and steps up and says he's going to go ahead and bring back the Infinity Stones back to the original timeline. But he doesn't come back. Instead, you see him sitting on the bench in present time, old than a motherfucker. Old as hell. And Falcon steps up to steps up to Captain America, and they have a conversation about what he did, and of course he decided to live a full life, and he ended up passing the mantle of Captain America to Falcon, and I am now elated. At this point, I am just like, yo, this is the greatest fucking shit I have ever seen in my life. Now, mind you, me saying that doesn't mean that people aren't going to find gripes about this movie. Trust me, they will. Anybody and everybody will find something wrong with this movie. I promise you. And that's fine. That's really fine. Okay? Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. You feel what I'm saying? Even my own partners, one of my closest partners felt like, it was just it was just okay, for whatever that may be, for whatever reason he had. It's just Hell, I was spoken to some people who thought that it was garbage for whatever reason that may be. And you know what? Hey, that's your opinion. My opinion is that this movie is the perfect way to end a 11-year build up. I believe that the last movie has to be nothing more than enjoyable as fuck. and you have to feel that fruition in the movie. And I felt that fruition. I felt like everything came to fruition. Everything ended the way it should. And now, this next phase 4, I'm hyped. I can't fucking wait to see what these motherfuckers got in store for me for the next 20 years, 10 years, whatever the fuck. This is insane. It's insane. Hell, as far as I'm concerned, the next 10 years of these movies could be god awful. But it still will not change a thing about this phase, yo. About this. Oh, man. This whole run was just fantastic, y'all. Fantastic. I've been sitting here talking about this shit for 40 goddamn minutes. Oh, my God. I still got hell other things to talk about, man. All in all, Avengers Endgame, definitely worth the wait. Definitely worth your time. Absolutely go check it out. I give that shit a 10 out of 10. Easy. 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 Yes, so I checked out Billie Eilish's project, right? When we fall asleep, where do we go? Hey, yo, this girl here. This girl here is something else. I don't know where the hell she came from. I don't know what the hell she owned, but I like it. I like it a lot. This indie, I guess electronic, I guess they said it was an indie electronic pop, hip hop. Yeah, that's perfect, to be honest with you. That's a perfect description of what sound she's going with this project, man. It's just so weird. It's hard. Her brother does the production for her, and this motherfucker is sick. He's absolutely sick, bruh. I mean, the choices that the choices that he uses as far as manipulating her voice in some situations. Oh, the one that comes to mind with me, to me personally, was when the party's over, and there's a fucking lyric where she says, "Call me back," but it's like, it feels like it's being chopped up into 1,000 pieces. Like she's like kind of saying it in a fucking fan. It's just weird and stupid effective. Just stupid. This I don't even know how to really describe this album other than by its genre. It is just that. There are some bangers on this motherfucker. Bangers. I like the fact how what's the name? Billie Eilish kind of portrays herself as like the bad guy. You know, the first track on her bad guy. Dope. She said some shit like fucking seduce your dad or some shit. What? Little girl, what the fuck? What? She out of hand, man. But her voice, her vocals are very, very beautiful. Just beautiful. Beautifully done. Beautifully done project. If you haven't checked this one out, man, which I'm sure younger audiences, Gen Zs, definitely check this one out, of course. But if you like, music in general, I'd say definitely give this a chance. See what you think about it. It's definitely weird. It's definitely, just strange and unique in its own way, and I fuck with it. I definitely fuck with this album, man. Definitely. Wish that I'd done a first reaction to it. I'm thinking actually next album, I'm thinking definitely I'll go ahead and pull up on Billie Eilish, man, and see what she got for me, for sure. That was fucking dope. Notre Dame fire. Yeah, Notre Dame was on fire. The whole fucking the roof. The roof was on fire, y'all. Yeah, we know. A lot of people band together to raise, what was it, like $1 billion or some shit to get this shit fixed? Yeah, I feel a way about it, to be honest with you. I really do. First of all, Catholic Church, either way it goes, that shit was going to get fixed, whether people were donating or not. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of got me feeling a way, to be real, because it was so easy for people to band together to raise $1 billion to fix a church that was already going to get fixed in the first place. Why can't we band together to stop homelessness? You know what I'm saying? To stop a real pandemic, a real epidemic. You know what I'm saying? To help each other out. Why does it have to be a symbol of some sort where it takes people to say, oh yeah, this symbol has been burned down, let's band together? Why does it have to be like that? Why can't we band together to make sure people got somewhere to stay, something to eat. You feel me? I'm just saying. Because in the end of the day, Notre Dame was going to get fixed regardless. Okay? They was going to fix that roof regardless. Why can't we help each other out like that? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we just, raise $1 billion to help these people get off the street? You know what I'm saying? So they're not living in shacks and tents and shit. That's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, good on y'all. That's your faith, whatever the fuck. You can go ahead and you could use your money for whatever you want to use it for. But I'm just saying, just a little bit of food for thought. People are out here on the street starving. Just think about it. The new Star Wars trailer dropped, and I'm hella ready. Okay, I'm hella ready. I need this. I thought it looked nice. Didn't really give away too much. It did, give a hint that Senator Palpatine could actually, or Emperor Palpatine could actually be back in some type of way. You hear him laughing at the end, which, hold up. Oh, shit. Excuse me. Oh, bless me. Bless me. But you hear him laughing at the end, man. And I'm thinking, oh, shit. They're really bringing his motherfucker back into the fucking picture? Oh, I can see how, that'd be kind of tight. See, how they're going to do it. But, as of right now, and I know, the Star Wars fanboys are very, very picky, very, hard to please, if you will. I am not a part of that. I just like Star Wars. Of course, I grew up with, the first three, the original three, which is, 4, 5, and 6, And me and my dad, we used to watch those shits all the time. We used to love that shit. The Empire Strikes Back, obviously being my favorite out of all of them for obvious reasons. I still also really love the Return of the Jedi as well. I mean, back when I was a kid, I fucking loved the. For some reason, I know a lot of people don't, but I love them motherfuckers. They were fucking tight to me, For such little cuddly creatures, they were. They could be kind of real, kind of badass. They were handling their own, man, during that last fight. So, I was fucking with it, man. I was fucking with it. And, of course, I watched the prequels. And as a kid, I enjoyed them. I really liked the fact that Yoda was able to fight. That was one of my big things. I was like, what the hell does Yoda look like beating ass? And, well, that question was answered for me, and I fucked with that. But watching him as an adult, definitely different vibe. Not as good as I thought, for sure. Jar Jar Binks is god awful, in my opinion, and I'm really glad they shut his ass up in the last two. But still, as far as just the story, the structure of it is concerned, it's really kind of not all the way there. But as far as the action is concerned, I mean, it is definitely a spectacle. But a lot of people felt like there should have been a lot more practical effects in Star Wars, and I actually agree. It kind of added to the character of Star Wars, keeping practical effects in the picture, and I think that's what these new sequels are doing very well. They're keeping practical shit practical, and CG shit CG. You know what I'm saying? Which I really enjoy. I really appreciate, basically, and it just adds to the realism of the world. I think that using practical effects kind of adds to just the aesthetic of Star Wars at this point, and they do a great job at piecing it together the way they are. I like where the story's going as of right now too, so I kind of want to see what they're gonna do in order to end this out. And after Endgame, man, it's gonna be really hard to fill any of these to fill these shoes, as far as just giving us that closure, you know what I'm saying? But I don't believe that they're actually going to give us closure. They're going to probably set up for another 3 or another series of Star Wars, basically making a new story entirely. I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to be, working towards. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're going to do, to be honest. And I just still can't wait to see what they're going to do next, because I enjoy Star Wars. So last thing I'm going to talk about here is Game of Thrones. Huge fan of Game of Thrones, man. We got the 3rd episode. My God, this episode was ridiculous, okay? Ridiculous. It was a thump of all thumps. The Dothraki were in the front lines. The the witch lady, the fire lady, and trust me, I'm terrible with names, y'all. I'm terrible with names. And there's a lot of characters in this motherfucker. So quite honestly, I'm not gonna say it by name. I'm gonna just try to do my best, okay? But this show is great. Even with that being said, I am just personally terrible with names when it comes to movies and stuff too. If I know a character's name in a movie, you got you a good ass movie, okay? You do got you a good ass movie. I'm trying to tell you. But this year, man, I still enjoy the show a lot, and I'm kind of happy that it's finally coming to an end. So, with that being said, man, this shit was crazy. This shit was fucking crazy. It was an hour and 35 minutes of just a battle. There was barely any dialogue, okay? If in fact they were talking with their eyes and they were talking with their faces. Oh, sick. I'm sick, y'all. Bear with me. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so, with that being said, the Dothraki were on the front lines, and the fire witch lady, don't kill me, okay, diehard fans, y'all know who I'm talking about. The girl who summons the Fire Lord with the fire. She puts the entire front lines blades, sets them ablaze. I'm thinking, oh, here we go, baby. Here we go, baby. They about to fucking run up on these fucking White Walkers, y'all. Let's go, y'all. I'm talking about evisceration, okay? We didn't even see the White Walker. We saw a little glimpse of what the hell was about to be, was about to happen. And it was basically them getting swallowed by a wave of White Walkers, bro. And you see him in the distance just getting smacked. Yo. I was like, from that point on, I was like, yo, this is going to be one hell of an episode. And it was. It was. Spoiler, if you haven't seen the episode yet, I'm about to give out one right here, because I'm not going to go into deep detail about this episode. But the very end, spoilers coming in 3, 2, 1. Arya is the realest motherfucker in this show, period. She has the highest body count of anybody ever because of what she did to this fucking Night King, nigga. She bodied the Night King out of nowhere. When we thought that was gonna die, whatever the fuck, we thought this nigga was gonna die. Nah, Arya comes out of nowhere because she's nobody, nigga. Serves the Night King and basically saving just about all the other core characters that haven't died yet. Because, bruh, people died in this episode. Oh, they was dying left and right. My man Reek, hey, he got his redemption. Yeah, I still call him Reek. Yes, I know. His name is Theon Greyjoy. I know that. I do know that. I am bad with names, but I do know his name. Because he has had the roughest life out of anybody on the show. Okay, for obvious reasons. If you haven't watched the show, I'm not going to give away too much about him neither. You need to watch the show, okay? Theon got his motherfucking redemption. Reek got his redemption like a motherfucker. He was knocking these White Walkers down. Hear me? And of course, with what has happened to him, man, with him turning around like this, it was very, very, very hard to see him go. But I guess he had fulfilled his purpose as well. And Theon was a warrior. Pulls him out for the realists, okay? He is, after all the shit he went through, bro, it's incredible that he was still alive, to be honest. It was incredible that he was still alive. I would have been so distraught with his life, bro. I would have been totally distraught. I don't know what I would have done with myself, man, but him pulling together like that was downright inspiring, to be honest with you. It was inspiring. But shout out to Arya Stark. My God in heaven, that was fire. That was fire. The battle was insane. It was intense. I was on the edge of my seat the entire episode. It was excellent. Thus far, 3 episodes into this season. I can't wait how this is going to end. I really can't wait. Because we, of course, waited a whole year for this shit to drop, man. And now it's here. And now it's happening. And shit is going down. Shout out to HBO for this one, man. This is definitely some fire. Definitely some fire. Definitely appreciate it. Oh, my God. I'm sick. Thank y'all for watching. This has been the podcast. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate your time. I love you 3000. It's your boy Big Quint. Indeed.